If you want something done, then you do it yourself. Have you ever heard this statement before? Sometimes it might work, but sometimes it doesn't even work. In that case, what should we do? Hey revolutionary people, thank you so much for joining me for another Revolutionary Seed, where you get a seed of wisdom and love to help you to grow with your faith, help you to grow in positivity, and to help you to grow as an individual. Today's Revolutionary Seed is titled Faith in the Unknown. This is the third video in a 3-part series called Be Different. If you haven't watched the first 2 videos, I highly recommend it, and I will link it in the description box down below. And I will also put it right there on the screen above. If you want something done, then you do it yourself. Have you ever heard this statement before? It might work sometimes, but what about the times that no matter what you do, it just doesn't work? So have you experienced a situation where no matter what you do, it just doesn't work out? And in these cases, relying on yourself doesn't even work. Maybe you even try to seek help from one of your friends or family, and it doesn't work that way either. How about let's dig deeper, and then maybe it's something that you pray to God for and you just haven't seen the answer yet. Sometimes it might feel like your back is against the wall and you're just sitting there in the unknown. At times, people experience this, and maybe you're experiencing that right now. I can say that your situation might be difficult. Depending on your circumstance and your experiences, maybe having faith in the unknown is something hard for you. It probably, to be honest, might be a little scary. But in that case, what do? That's the question. So a lot of people know the popular Bible story of Moses when he helped free the people of Israel from Egypt. Let's explore that story a little bit more. So at this point in the story, God had allowed the Israelites to leave Egypt, and they were making their way away from the Egyptians. When they were on their way, eventually the Pharaoh of Egypt decided to chase after them. And on their walk, the Israelites eventually came to the Red Sea. So at one point, they had the Egyptians behind them and the Red Sea in front of them. It looked like there was trouble behind them and trouble before them. They were standing in the unknown. Can you imagine what was going through their minds at that moment? They were being told that Israel would make it to the promised land. Yet this whole situation was happening. The Bible states that they were very afraid and they started complaining. But Moses did and said something that we can use as an example. In Exodus chapter 14, verses 13 through 14, in the New King James Version Bible, it says, "And Moses said to the people, 'Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall see again no more forever. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace.'" Moses was told to hold up the rod, to stretch his hand over the sea, and it would divide. And Moses did exactly as he was commanded. And you know what? God made it happen. The sea parted. With the waters divided, the Israelites were able to pass over on dry land. Eventually, the Egyptians started following them. The Egyptians ended up having difficulty and ended up being swallowed by the sea after God had told Moses to stretch his hand over the sea so that the waters would return to the way that they were before. In all that difficulty, God made a way and he saved the Israelites. It is Moses' obedience to God and his advice that we can learn from. Moses said, "Stand still and see the salvation of God." He even said to not be afraid when there was problems behind them and in front of them. And lastly, Moses said, "The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace." One day I was going through something difficult, something that I've been praying for and something that I haven't seen the answer to as of yet. I asked God, why is it that sometimes he answers prayers for me quickly, and at other times I'm just sitting there waiting in the unknown? And as I was praying this, an answer came to me. It said, sometimes some things require a time of faith. No argument there. Timing to God is different than the way that we understand. So even though I haven't seen the answer yet, I know that God will come through for me. So maybe your situation is in the unknown and there's trouble before you and behind you. Just know that God doesn't want you to be afraid. He wants you to stand still and trust in him. He wants you to know that he will fight your battles, and you must have faith in the unknown. And with all that, you shall hold your peace. And in this way, we can be different. I pray that this message blesses you and that you start seeing the possibilities that God can make happen. Thanks to my loyal subscribers and to those who watch my videos, I appreciate you. Make sure you stay tuned to next Sunday for my next one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you're notified for my latest videos. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what was your biggest takeaway from today's video. As always, I appreciate you. Remember, every single day is a new opportunity to do better than your last. Be revolutionary.